Yo, what's up, family? This your man, the True Elohim, coming back at y'all once again with another video, breaking down the significance of supporting carbonated business, motivation, and of course the everyday struggles of this thing we call life. And on this video, I just want to talk about, how sad it is to see, what the media has done, to modern day American society. Just how sad it is to see what American society has become in these modern times. Just modern day Babylon. I look around and I see how strongly this Jezebel spirit has taken over, due to it's being pushed by the media, and because of that, how hard it is to find beautiful women nowadays that are not sluts and hoes, that don't carry themselves like Jezebels. Because, the majority of these young girls nowadays want to be influenced by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, who are Illuminati trannies, by the way, aka fags and drags, dudes pretending to be women, to further push this gender agenda, telling them that it's okay to be a slut. It's okay to be a hoe. You shouldn't have any shame in it. Being a hoe is cute. You shouldn't have any morals. You shouldn't be worried about, having any respect or dignity or integrity. You shouldn't be worried about having any respect for yourself. And because of that, I look on Instagram and all I see is a whole bunch of women posting twerk videos, butt-ass naked, showing their breasts and butts. Read the caption and they inviting dudes to come over to their house to fuck them, And as hard as I try to, convince myself that it's not all young women, it's not all women that are like that, I gotta say it's a bit arduous when, all the women that I see are like that, because they want to be listening to, these people in the media, and I know that, there are still some good women out there, but, they are, like I said, they are just very, 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 very hard to find, I look around and I see all these young girls half dressed, it's like all they care about is sex, things like that. Even in church, even in the so-called house of God. Nowadays, you can't even walk inside the so-called house of God without seeing these young girls coming in there half dressed, carrying themselves like hoes and sluts and Jezebels, all these, girls grouped up talking about all these different sex positions they like and all this other shit, They carry themselves as hoes and then they wonder why men don't respect them, I remember when I was going to church, I looked around and I couldn't believe my eyes at how I was seeing these young girls being dressed, The music they were listening to, it was girls grouped up, with all their phones out, blasting this Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj while they were in church, having inappropriate conversations about all the different sex positions they like in church, even in the so-called house of God. The Jezebel spirit is still moving. The Jezebel spirit is still working in there. So what does that tell you about church, so-called house of God? It's nothing but a temple of Satan, But that's for a different video, but, it's sad because these young girls, the parents don't even care anymore. The parents are just letting their daughters watch Love and Hip Hop and listen to Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B and, Nicki Minaj, Amber Rose. They just let them listen to, all these people, all these Illuminati trannies, misguide them and tell them how they should be living their lives as a woman when they're men in drag, That's here to push the agenda, create division between men and women, you know. And the most disgusting part about it is that they have no shame in it, you know. They have no shame in their ignoble deeds and the sick things they do, you know. It's one of the main reasons they have no, they have no shame in their filth and their licentiousness, you know. It's also one of the main reasons, I feel like, well, I know for sure that a lot of these relationships, the love is not even real. The love is not even real anymore, you know? Because now people are not really in love with each other because they really care about each other. It's more about the intimacy and, how both of them can benefit from dealing with each other. It's more about physical attraction than it is about true love. They're not in love with each other's spirits. They're not in love with each other's hearts. They're not in love with each other's minds anymore. They're in love with what they see. The only thing that's on their minds is fucking. It's sex, you know? And there was a time when I thought I wanted a fine girl with a cute face and big butt, big titties and all that until I started to open my eyes to what was really going on. And as I look around and I see how strongly this Jezebel spirit is taking over these young girls and these women, I start to question myself, is it really worth having? You know? Because, these women are not, the relationships are not real anymore. Nowadays, they have one argument, now they hate each other, you know? These young girls nowadays talking about having side niggas, they'll have you and be screwing somebody else on the side too, you know? That's how you know it's not real anymore. It's just real sad because this media has really corrupted this young generation. And yeah, that's all I wanted to get off my chest, but hit that like button and subscribe. Peace.